Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. Today I'm with Randy Abrams. Randy has recently joined Seven Gables, and he is our director of the region out in the San Gabriel Valley. And so welcome aboard, Randy. Thank you for being here with me today.
Thanks, Mike.
Sort of a semi-podcast, but we just want to share some information, and I thought, what better way to do it than by video? So Randy, tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your journey in getting to where you are today?
Yeah, I'm trying to reflect.
How many years in the business? And without naming firms and things like that, where did you learn to be so talented, and where did you learn some of your strategies and tactics and things of that sort?
Well, thank you. I look back and I think there's no way I've been doing this 25 years. And now I have. Like, kids are grown up, off living in other states and cities with real adult jobs. But yeah, I've been doing this 25 years. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. I've been in leadership or in some role of leadership, probably the last 20 years of it. And some really, really great firms, really, really great leaders, great managers, and all aspects of leadership that has really sort of defined my tactics and strategies. But the biggest reason I'm so drawn to Seven Gables is that everything that I have been in the past is summing it up, and everything resonates with me. And we hit it off so quickly. We talk the same language. We articulate a lot of the stuff, our value of our industry, of what we bring to the table for our agents, and also as an agent sitting at a table helping buyers and sellers. Everything resonates because these were all of my strategies and tactics, and so it was a really easy fit.
So let me ask you a question. Who's had the biggest impact on you?
Well,
I'm always curious to learn these things.
The biggest impact, well, so far, is Lisa Grubel.
Awesome.
I had her twin sister working with me in some past leadership teams, and I miss her so very much. She's still around, but we're just not working together. So the fact that Lisa is there, and she's been such a huge support to onboard our agents and help us bridge the gap to pull all this together, it's very, very comforting to know that I have Lisa.
That's great.
It's been missing for a long time, so I'm super happy. Yeah,
that's great to hear. Yeah, she's quite an individual, and I've had the incredible opportunity to know her for, over 3 decades and work together for 34 years in October. So it's really a pleasure. And she's just fantastic at the company. And it was really fun to watch her and promote her to be president of Seven Gables Real Estate. I just enjoyed the heck out of doing that for her. She awesome. Deserves every bit of that.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to know her even more. Because there's not enough real estate companies out there that take that bold step to have leadership beyond just your normal branch manager, or somebody that can do deal doctoring, or somebody that can help you legally. When you have somebody that is that interested in the people and their lives and how the lives intersect and balance between work and play, like it's so necessary. And whoever doesn't have that misses the boat, for sure.
Oh, for sure. Couldn't agree with you more. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting concept that you bring up. So, what else could you tell us? What else would you like to say?
Well, I'd like to talk about the natural fit. I mean, this happened really fast for us, but it's easy because I think you and I are like-minded. And even listening to you conduct the regional meetings today, it was, I felt like you were talking to me. And what I've been trying to teach my agents for so long about absorption rate and market dynamics, and even segmenting the market in a higher priced market might be suffering, but yet the entry level market is not. And you can't look at just the arrows up or down in the MLS, or you've got to look at leading indicators like months supply. And as well as I do, this market that we've just come out of, we were expressing that supply in weeks. There was sometimes I would stand up and go,
days at times.
Yeah. In fact, 10 days in Glendora, the market that I live in and have worked for a long time. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 14 active listings for sale, and there's 13 pending, and 30 closed in the last 45 days. That's less than a week's supply. It's
amazing.
It's crazy.
Amazing times.
Crazy.
So let me ask you another question, because I love asking questions, you can tell. What do you foresee in the San Gabriel Valley area, that region? As leading that region for Seven Gables Real Estate, what do you foresee?
I see a lot of opportunity.
Okay.
I think that the agents that populate our market, they don't have enough choices with a full service brokerage firm that cares about the culture, cares about the ethics and the work that is done, and puts so much care and energy into their agents, and fostering their growth, no matter whether you're a veteran or whether you're brand new. It's about going from brand new and being, no sales, and helping them get to their first 2 or 3, right? It's about taking a 25-year veteran and helping them develop into a team, or joining a group, or leading a group,
Sure.
and taking everybody's business to another level. And you don't have to be new, and you don't have to be you don't have to be like the top producer doing the most units, making the most money. It's you fit into the program no matter what, because we have an incredible marketing team. Our marketing studios are doing tremendous stuff. Our leadership team is there to support top to bottom. I mean, fostering that no matter where you're at in your careers, it's really pretty amazing. So I see a lot of opportunity, because too many agents are coming into this market, and it's the Wild Wild West. And commission integrity is nothing. Outgoing cooperation has lost its merit in a place. Discount brokers are abound, because when the market is so hot, people don't think we do anything as a real estate advisor to make the transaction better, or negotiate a higher price, or even better terms. Sometimes it's not higher price. Sometimes it's just better terms. And to be able to have the integrity and the support of a company so that I can go out and advise my clients properly, that's a lost art. And I need to bring that back to the San Gabriel Valley. Again, I know you said we're not going to mention names. I'm not going to mention names, but get your license and hit the ground running and knock down anybody in your way. And I just don't think that is a good model, and it's not sustainable. I'd like to really take some agents, bring in the culture, train them, and let them take all that information and put their spin on it, so that they can talk and be authentic with their clients.
Great approach, for sure.
Yeah, and I think Seven Gables has all the tools to do that, and the leadership is in place to support that mission. So it's an easy fit for me.
Oh, thank you. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad it's an easy fit. What would you like to ask me now? What would you like to know?
I want to turn the tables and say,
Oh, we're going to turn the tables. Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what your vision is for the San Gabriel Valley.
Well, the vision that I have for the San Gabriel Valley, before I get there, I want to provide a foundation for that. So there's some context for that, for the answer to that question. The context is the following. I would like to take the way that the things that shaped Seven Gables, the founders of the company, who had a vision of doing things a little bit different. I might have taken it a little bit to an extreme about rules, and as we looked at that yesterday, and we have rewritten the rules of real estate, because basically we've broken a lot of them, because we don't believe in ego, we don't believe in things like that, for example. It was really interesting to see what 1000 Watt Consulting came back to us with their suggestions on messaging and things. It really struck a chord, I think, with everybody that was on that call and everybody that will share that information with. And what's interesting to notice, I think, most of the people, or I would say all the people for that matter, in our leadership team are aligned around those core beliefs, not values, but beliefs. And there's a belief system in place that aligns us and connects us. So I would like to take that belief system that has a proven record of success, and I'd like to take it and just simply move it over to the San Gabriel Valley. And my vision is usually based on a 1, 3, and 5-year plan, but we plan everything on 12 weeks. And in 12 weeks, I guarantee you, I promise you that we can accomplish more in 12 weeks than most companies will accomplish in 6 months or 12 months if we do this right. And that means we're at the very initial stages of launching it in San Gabriel Valley. We haven't even begun to talk about or expose or promote what Seven Gables is capable of doing that. And from what I can see in that area and looking at statistical information, that will have a very, very large impact in that area, because there's very few people that see the industry the way we see the industry, and the things that we see as valuable in the industry. The most valuable tool that we have are the people that we get to work with, that trust us every day, that that trust us with their careers. And it is an absolute honor and privilege to work with these people, because not only do they trust us, but the joy of what I do and where I sit really comes from watching their success. I love that. I absolutely love that. It turns me on more than anything. Okay, but I like to watch them, whether it's incremental success or just a leapfrog or quantum success leap for them. That is really exciting to me. And so, with that said, let me backtrack a little bit. The company is built on several things, but most of all, it's built on 3 strong pillars. 1 is building culture, 2 is developing people, and 3 is selectively growing. Okay, so building culture is made up of providing certainty and clarity of our vision to all of our agents and continually reinforcing that. Vision doesn't change, but the strategies to achieve the vision can change. Okay, and the plans that we have for the strategies or the tactics, in other words, may change, but the vision will never change. The vision is spelled out quite clearly, and I don't really want to state it on this video because it's not perfected yet, but it'll be spelled out quite clearly with 1000 Watt when we're done with our messaging. And I think they have nailed every single appointment, every single matter, every single issue, every single sentence. With the exception of 1 or 2, we changed a couple of words about Seven Gables and the belief system. Not the value system, that's different. The belief system, because that precedes values, right? We create values from our beliefs. The belief system that everybody at Seven Gables has. We love the people that work here. Our job is to create success for them in any way possible that we can possibly do that. So building culture means certainty. It means having fun at times. Right. It also means encouragement. It means compassion. It means being compassionate. It means, and that means when people come on board, you work to their positive. We don't want to see them decrease or get out of the business. Or I heard someone say recently, if I go to work at Seven Gables, it may be that they kick me out. We've never kicked anybody out for lack of production. Our attitude has always been, how do we help that person get better at what they do? Obviously, we're not doing our job. It's not about them. It's not we're not doing our job to help them improve. Yeah. You know, Randy. Yeah. So, and that's part of building culture. Developing people is probably what we do best. Besides building culture, but we spend a great deal of time developing people. A lot of thought goes into coaching. Many of our managers right now are getting coaching certified by Mike Staver, who's one of the premier leadership coaches in the United States today. I'm super proud of that. And when they're done, they come out the backside. They had a session with him yesterday where they thought they were just going to. I'm completely overwhelmed. I said to them today, I said, wait till you take your oral exam. Okay, because I took my oral exam with Mike Staver himself, and I was a nervous wreck. Honestly, I was. So I think developing people is at the core of what we do, and I think it's one of the real joys that we get out of everything, that we see our stuff work, see our agents get better at what they do. Yeah. And those are the people that are growth-minded, not fixed-minded. And the growth-minded individual, this is the perfect spot for them. Yeah. If they think they only have so much talent and they can't get any better, this isn't a place for them to come to work. If you're growth-minded and you're not producing, but you know you're capable of it and you're willing to take a chance and learn and grow, this is the perfect place to be.
Perfect fit.
And then finally, selectively growing. Selectively growing means meeting people and understanding their why, of why they wanted to get into real estate. And so not everybody's meant for Seven Gables, not everybody's meant for ABC firm or XYZ firm. So it's about helping them and even pointing them in the right direction. What's the best firm for them so that they can develop? So that when we see them out in the community, we say to them, congratulations, I knew you'd be a success at that company. Whereas maybe at our company, they would not have been. That's a better company for them. And finally, the overarching theme to that is the incredible blend of a transactional mindset with a relational mindset. And when you blend those two together, the byproduct of that is success. The byproduct of that is profits for the company, profits for the agent, and not necessarily in that order, okay? But the byproduct of transactional and relational with people and caring about them is the single most important thing we can do, okay, as individuals who have trusted us with their careers, trusted us with their family life, their ability to make a living.
Yeah.
So that's how we see it.
Everything that what you say resonates. It just reaffirms why I'm here and why we fast track this thing, because everything makes sense.
You know, Randy, it's interesting because fear is a funny thing. Fear is created by uncertainty, usually, okay? And uncertainty is created because the leaders of companies are not clear about their vision of the company and where it's headed in the future. But when you're clear and everybody marches to the same beat of the drum, right? It's really interesting how that works, because that's when you can reach your maximum potential. And that's part of our vision eventually will be the words helping people reach their maximum or full potential.
Yeah. I've been stagnant. I've always considered myself as part of the leadership team, and I feel like my creative energy, my ideas have been somewhat stagnant, or they've been in hibernation. And a lot of that falls on me, because I think that I could have charged my own mission. But the other part is that my surroundings need to also invigorate me and inspire me to do better things too, right?
Sure.
So it's a two-way street. So some of it does.
Ryan?
Some of it does fall on me for sure, but more than anything, I look at the fact it's a lack of vision, and when there is no vision and there is no 1, 3, and 5, like we started chatting about the other day, and you keep going back to that, and it's very clear that it's a 1, 3, 5, so that we have some short-term and some long-term vision. And without having that vision, the rest of the creativity and the rest of the excitement of getting there goes by the wayside. And you put your head down and you just keep charging forward without the vision, without the plan. And before you know it, your kids are in college and you've lost all this time.
Well, it's true, though. You have to have a vision. So what
Yeah.
that looks like, going back to your question now, vision for San Gabriel Valley. Look, our vision is not about numbers. It's not about a lot of things, but what it is about, and the focal point for us will be the success of the agents in that region. Okay, success being defined as the joy that one gets out of knowing that they did the very best they could to succeed and tried their hardest. Okay, and that's going to be at maybe 3 transactions a year, and it could be at 300 transactions a year. It doesn't matter, because that person that's at 3, if they got joy out of it, that was their success, that's all that matters. It's not about the numbers count.
For sure.
See, it's about the intrinsic value that everybody ultimately gathers up as to their success that they can take with them when they're done.
For sure.
We just do things a little different. We have 12-week year planning, which really works for me and our leadership team. There's not another company in Southern California doing that. I know that for a fact, because Brian Moran, the author of the book, is a very good friend of mine. We have, as a contextual basis, we use Ninja. We believe it's the best training, educational tool that's in the marketplace today across the United States, and for that matter, North America, because there's a lot of companies in Canada that use Ninja selling. We also believe that there's a wonderful place for people like Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, Dermot Buffini, because they all contribute from a different point of view, a different perspective, and there's value there, tremendous value there. Tom Ferry's, I would consider just a class guy, a friend of mine that I can rely on for questions, answers, information. But the reason for that is because he just sees the world a little bit differently than I do. And he's classy about it, and he's super, super smart. This isn't a plug for Tom. I'm just saying I rely on those people to give us perspectives about how we can get better.
Well, I'll wrap up just by saying that I look forward to implementing the vision for both of us and developing the San Gabriel Valley. I look forward to your leadership, and I look forward to our partnership.
So thank you very much.
And I thank you for trusting me to go on this journey.
You bet.
I'm super excited. I'd just like one more thing from you.
Sure.
Let's go back to 1,000 Watt because it's so defining. 1,000 Watt did some work for my prior firm too, and I think it was really amazing what they came up with and how accurate they are with defining culture and defining our statement, our core values, our commitment, how it all comes together. There was something that resonated with me on that call, and I'm hoping to hear how you respond to this.
Oh boy.
We didn't like the rules, so we rewrote them. Give me a rule that you didn't like and you rewrote, and that'll be our final little statement for the day.
I'll give you two for that. I'll give you an extra one.
I'll take two.
Okay.
I'll take two.
Number one, leadership doesn't have to have an ego. That says leadership should be an ego. Leadership should be there not to serve the people that they trust, but rather to lead people. We believe that leadership is there to serve the people that trust them with their careers. And it's a privilege to work with them, okay? And here's a perfect example of that, using luxury as an example, because around Orange County, and what this company was founded on was a luxury brokerage, okay? And we always figured that our strategy was if we could start at the top and sell down in our markets, it was a lot easier than starting midway or down at the bottom of the funnel and selling up.
Right.
So much easier, because you can provide a luxury experience to everybody all the way down. So it goes something like this. We like to express luxury without pretense, okay? We like to redefine luxury without flashiness, okay? And lifestyle and fulfillment without status. And I think that says it all about who we are and how we handle things and what we do.
Love
right
it.
there and there.
I love it.
Okay?
All right.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.